do, 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 D. What are you even doing? Why must you lay on the dusty dirt? Got concrete. Got all this stuff to lay on, and you have to lay on the dusty dirt. Why is that? You're just watching the gate? Nobody's gonna come in that gate, bud. It's like the gate is like broken. It doesn't even open. That's just like, there's nothing you can do. Like, you'd be better off over here. Because somebody might come through the house, see? I don't think he's listening. I don't think he cares. Good morning. How's it going? How's everybody doing? Hopefully well. What are your thoughts on all the libs celebrating Trump's charges? I said this as soon as I heard that he was convicted. It's back to brunch. It's back to brunch because Biden's going to get probably like a 1 or 2% bump in like swing states off of this. I would imagine like middle of the road voters that might have been like leaning Trump but aren't like hardcore Republicans are probably going to flop over, at least polling wise, to Biden now. And it's going to be back to brunch. The libs are going to go like, oh, we did what we had to do to beat Biden. We convicted him. Tell Biden, or we did what we did to have to beat Trump. We convicted him. Tell Biden to chill out. Tell Biden he doesn't have to do anything else. We convicted him. We got a 1 or 2 point bump from the conviction, so. I'm the Israeli guy from Salt Rapids. You still want me on ideology sometime? Yeah, one of these days, dude. I don't know, you hang out at TJ's server? You should. I pop in there from time to time. Maybe we could hook up there. I don't know. It's just, I'll be honest with you with the fucking Salt Racket shit. Ultimately, like, I'm glad it's gone. Because I just, like, I was overextended. If it was something that could have just operated pretty much hands off for me, I probably would have kept it, but hands off operation is just not possible unless you want to like hire a fucking, I don't even know, hire like a professional company or something to like completely and utterly unemotionally police your community. I'm from Egypt and I follow you. Cool. The cradle of civilization. Random question, but favorite eye color? I love brown eyes. Brown and hazel, kind of darker eyes. That's my stuff. I grew up around a bunch of blue eyes though, so I guess that probably plays a role. I also like dark hair and like olive or darker skin. All the opposite of what I grew up around. So those are my tastes. Discord came into being to give us deuter, served its purpose. Yeah, agreed. Would you come to Egypt? I don't know, man. I kind of feel like Egypt is kind of a problematic place to go, right? Like, here's what I've seen. The people in Egypt are really, really nice, welcoming, inviting. They want to share their food and their culture and their language with everybody. But the government in Egypt is really, really not good to tourists. I've heard it's kind of a hassle to go there as a tourist. So that's kind of how I feel about it. But I would love to go there. I mean, of course. It looks like a beautiful country. Good morning, Paul. Good morning. You're the best, Paul. You're the best. I'm about the best. I'm one of the best. Okay. One of the greatest to ever do it. Absolutely. But the best? I don't think so. Yeah, it's dictator government, but Egypt is safe. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's safe, but like you have to jump through a lot of hoops, and the cops might hassle you for filming and blah 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 blah. But it's a beautiful country, and it seems like the people are very nice. If you are any representation of the people, then the people would be worth going to visit, for sure. I find that that's probably true of most places. Like, I don't know. I'm not a very well-traveled guy. Stop. Are you just sitting there? Yes. I am just sitting here talking. I'm sorry I can't read your Cyrillic. You're welcome anytime. Well, I appreciate it, man. And the same goes to you here, my friend. If you ever get the chance to come to the United States, you're more than welcome. Well, some people may not say so, but trust me. The lamp is lit beside the golden door, my friend. Come visit us here in California. That's fine, just sitting here with you, my guy. No worries, man. Where are you from? I meet people from all over the world doing this. It's pretty neat. Hello, I hear Cali is scary these days. You heard wrong. Cali is the same as it ever was. Moscow. Nazdrovia, comrade. Hope things are well there in Moscow. Which is hotter, Cali or Egypt? I'm gonna guess Egypt overall. Cali can get pretty fucking hot though. Cali, Death Valley, I think, has the hottest temperature on the planet recorded. That's here in California. Paul, you ever gonna meet up in Melbourne? I'd love to see you guys. Probably not, but I'm from Kitmont, home of the Haisla people. I don't know where that is, but cool. I've never heard of it. Well, I don't know where you live in Cali, but you also seeing the absolute swaths of homeless camps popping up. Like worse than before, and it was already bad enough. Yes. Yeah, I just actually passed through the Bay Area a couple of days ago, and we saw just an absolutely massive roadside camp built on public land underneath over an overpass and next to kind of like an overpass structure. It was huge and very, very sad. So yeah, the homeless problem is very real here. I think that though there's a lot of like unwarranted fear of the homeless, and that kind of drives a lot of people's kind of feelings about the homeless problem. Homeless people, in my wide experience with them living in California and working with them and stuff, homeless people very typically don't want to transgress at all. They don't want to be noticed. Their whole lifestyle depends on them kind of being beneath notice. And so this idea that they're out there committing all these fucking crazy property crimes or whatever, or menacing people or whatever, I'm not saying it never happens. I'm just saying it's not something that you really need to be afraid of, in my opinion. And in my experience, you know, which is admittedly anecdotal, but I have worked around and with and known a lot of homeless folk. Poor homeless people have become the untouchables. Well, it's just like one of the things we noticed on our trip, and you guys have probably noticed this too, is like these kind of like roadside towns. You go to a Starbucks, right? You need to pee. You can't just walk in and pee. You have to get a code. Well, you know what that is? That code is if you walk in dirty, dusty from the road, they're not going to give you the code. So it's like let's strip the last little bit of common public humanity away from these people. Like everybody has to take a shit. Everybody deserves to be able to go to a private place and squat down and take a poop, but not homeless people. Homeless people are denied access to public restrooms constantly as a matter of like policy in a lot of places. They won't even let you show up, walk through the door in a lot of places, to knock the dust off of you, or to wash your face, or to to urinate, right? Your shirt is fire. Of course a New York native is gonna love a Biggie shirt. Of course. I had you at Biggie, right? I live in Nova Scotia. There's a lot of tent cities pop up, which is sad because it'll be impossible to survive our winters with a tent. Yeah. I knew it. I knew that was Biggie. Yeah. I mean, who else could it be, dude? Who else could that be? Who else could wear the crown so nobly on their fucking brow, dude? Top 5 rappers of all time, man. You put me on the spot, bro. All right. Let's lay it out. Let's lay it out. Let's do it. All right, of course Biggie's got to be on there in no particular order, okay? I'm not going to order them. We're just going to give you my 5 rappers, okay? Biggie, Tupac, Slick Rick, aka MC Ricky D, okay? I got to pick a modern guy, and the one that I can fucking put on anytime that just bowls me over because it's so Cali, Vince Staples. Bro, I don't want to pick this next pick, but I have to. It's so fucking... Eminem's not on the list. I'm just going to say it, dude. Andre 3000. That fucking early 2000s kind of like comeback that Andre and Big Boy had was just fucking amazing. Like, you just can't. Right? That's my 5. That's not controversial. I thought it would be more controversial. Yeah, the Speaker Box Love Below, that whole album is just, you pop that in anytime, it's a vibe, right? Nas is not on mine. I do think Nas is great. And I left a lot of fucking 90s rappers on the fucking, just because I respect the art form. You know, I'm not going to put Dre or Snoop up there. I mean, there are a couple of the great names in the business, but as far as like skill, I don't think that they're a top 5. Jadakiss. You like Jadakiss? Top 5 rap groups. Wu-Tang, West Side Connection, 3-6 Mafia, Cash Money, No Limit. Doom is up there, but I just don't put him on the lists, man. Wait, why not M? Just, you know, it doesn't hit the same for me. I don't know. Those are tight lists. Yeah. You for sure listen to rap, especially with No Limit and West Side Connect. I mean, yeah. I've been a hip hop head since the 80s. I mean, 50's great. For sure. Dude, Tristan, can I ask you a question, bro? Like, why? Why, dude? It's just funny to me that, like, people have got to fucking jam that word in when people are just chilling. It's fucked, bro. Why you do that? What did he say? I mean, he was doing that like one letter at a time, N-word shit. You're an old head? I guess that's what I'd be called, yeah. De La Soul is a great group, for sure. You don't hear a whole lot about De La Soul anymore. Easy, of course, he's, you know, some of the greatest, but not my greatest. Slick Rick, if you put a gun to my head and we're like, greatest rapper of all time, Slick Rick. 100%. I don't think anybody had his vibe. I don't think anybody, like, if you look at Slick Rick, the way that he dressed, right? He was the first one to take hip hop to this absurd kind of jewelry level. Like, Slick Rick was known just to have like 8 big old fucking donkey ropes on, big old giant plates, you know, rings on every finger, big giant fucking rings. Wore an eye patch with jewels on it and shit, right? Slick Rick was super influential. If you look at especially where rap is today, because, you know, rappers are like flexer rap, I guess is what you would call it, right? All of that shit started with Slick Rick. Looking fresh, smelling fresh, being fresh, all that stuff started with Slick. Even more influential than Biggie. And I think if Biggie was alive, he would tell you that Slick Rick was probably one of his biggest inspirations. Also, I think I read that Slick Rick is the most sampled hip-hop artist of all time. You'll hear his samples in songs all the time. Like, you probably heard in other rap songs, this type of shit happens every day. I mean, that sample has been used in probably hundreds of rap songs. That's from Lottie Dottie. Him and Dougie Fresh on the beatbox, man. 80s classic. Drill is pretty cool. I do like some drill. I wasn't into drill when it first, you know, came on the scene or whatever, because especially it kind of starting in the UK, I've been a little bit skeptical of like foreign rap for a long time, but I gotta say, like, drill is kind of tight. I still prefer grimy rap. Way more stuff that make people. Yeah. I mean, like, my home base is like 80s and 90s rap. It went from kind of like party rap to gangster rap real quick, and I like that. You know, I like that mix of kind of like good humor plus violence, I guess. How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay, right? Hug my brothers and I tell them I love them, but I don't swing that way. Fumes, the engineer. Yeah, Bone Thugs, yeah. That was an Eazy-E joint, man. The Thuggish Ruggish Bone. I bought that CD when it first came out, and I didn't realize I was getting in on a cultural phenomenon. I bought it because I was big into Eazy-E at the time. Right around that same time, Eazy-E released an album called 187 Dre Day, which was basically just like a diss album against Death Row Records and Dr. Dre and Snoop and that whole crew. Right around that same time, he picked up Bone Thugs and Harmony, who were a Philadelphia, I believe, rap group that did, like, they were way ahead of their time. If you listen to the kind of stuff that like Young Dirk is doing now, you know, like some of the modern rap where it's sing-songy, Ray Srimmer does it as well. Drop top, hop out, come down, stop, let it burn. You know, they're just singing it. Bone was kind of like on the front edge of that movement. Eazy's voice was so unique. It really was, yeah. Can you see my comment? I can see your comment, yes. You like Danny Brown? I like him more as a personality than a rapper. His rap style is not my favorite thing. I do like, he has a song called Kush Coma that's pretty chill. You are cool. Thanks. I try to be. I try really hard to be cool. How come Dre had to write for Eazy, but when he left MWA, Eazy's lyrical talent got better? Because he kept working. Like he had something to prove, right? Eazy kind of like worked his way into that world, and he was not going to give it up. So he, like many artists, got better with time. Like prog rock? Nah, not particularly. My taste in rock music is pretty broad, but it's not as broad as it would be if it were like my home genre, I guess. I'm a hip hop head, so I can listen to rock. I have, you know, whatever taste in rock music. I like classic rock stuff, Pink Floyd and, you know, the Carpenters and stuff like that. I like modern rock stuff, Tool and Slipknot and those sorts of things, right? And I just think rock is kind of a beleaguered genre right now. I think there's a lot of like technical metal coming out, but not much else. What kind of music do you like? That's kind of what we're talking about. If you just joined, I'm a hip hop head, and then, you know, I like pretty much every other genre of music. There's something in it to like, right? But my home base is and always will be hip hop. Funny considering acid heads usually love prog rock. Yeah, I'm not a big prog rock guy. I've dropped acid a bunch of times. Just doesn't hit me, I guess, the same way it does some folks. Different strokes for different folks, right? That's the way it works. Haven't we all agreed on that? If nothing else, we've agreed on that, right? Is the hate on Gen Z or millennials kayfabe, or do you actually? I mean, there's certain parts of like Gen Z and the millennial generation that really bother me. Some of it's just annoyance. Um, you know, some of it is complacency, but obviously, like, you guys are fine. The kids are all right, right? I like to poke the bear a little bit. I know people are very sensitive about that. You know, we live in a generation of labels now, and so, you know, you being a millennial or you being Gen Z, that's part of your fucking personality now in a way that it never really was before, because it's part of your fucking label, right? You are a Gen Z heteronormative polyamorous whatever the fuck, right? You've got all all these things, and it didn't really we didn't really like when I was young, when I was in my 20s or teens or whatever, right? We didn't have that. We didn't have those, like, labels were not something that we sought out. The queso. Queso. Paul's a cusper. Yeah. Right on the fucking border of millennial and Gen X. Everyone is labeled and categorized. It's annoying. I mean, I used to be more annoyed by it than I am. I used to be more annoyed by it than I am now, to be honest with you. I don't find it all that annoying anymore. I've gotten used to it, I guess. Want to smoke some weed? I got you a free bag. Hell yes. Yes, sir. Can we? Can I go get my pipe? Can I pack a bowl real quick and come back with it? We'll do that. That sounded like a really good idea. Can I do that? Is that cool with everybody? I'll be right back. Even if it's not cool with you. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. I wouldn't even need pipes. If I had a blunt guy, it would just be blunts. There would be no pipes. Pipes are, I don't know, not my favorite. Paul went to go on an adventure. No, I had to clean out my pipe. It was time. It was getting kind of gummed up and like resiny and whatnot. And so I wanted to enjoy a little weed. In order to do that, you really have to fucking handle things properly. Gotta clean out your pipe every once in a fucking blue moon, or you're just sucking fumes. Sucking dirty ass fucking fumes. Pipes suck with no good airflow. Yeah. You gotta have fucking half decent airflow in your pipes. Hello, Mr. Zico.
So you can ask the chat what they recommend.
What?
So you can ask the chat what they recommend.
For what?
For like phones and
Oh, nah, fuck the chat. They don't know. The chat don't know. Oops, sorry. Right.
Those Bics will go through everything, though. Drop them, run them through the washer and dryer.
They love it. Cheers. Morning, Pranav. Como está? One of these days, when we get settled, I'm gonna have to have Pranav and his wife over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have dinner. It's been too many years. I've known them for fucking too many years. It's time for us to have dinner.
We gotta go out of the south, though. We gotta come.
Cool blood t-shirt? Bloods? I don't know, man. I'm not affiliated, okay? I am not gang. I do not gang bang. Run up on me, try and treat me like a pussy, you're gonna get bang. Okay? That's the way it works. Where you from, cuh? Killicali. West Coast, Best Coast, all of that. Want to see the Death Row shirt? It's in the wash. You have to wait. It'll make an appearance eventually. Brings back a lot of memories though, because the last time I was there for my dad's funeral. Oh, all right. Well, we'll come to you then. Wait, no, we won't. You're in fucking Georgia.
Gotta compromise.
Yeah,
somewhere.
let's just meet in Vegas again.
Yeah.
Vegas seems to be a good one. We'll just meet in Vegas again. Trump, baby. All right, buddy. You political football folks are pretty funny. You root for your fucking politicians like you root for your football team. It's like the nerdiest football game ever. It is pretty cute, though. Like, I could see myself like, Raiders, baby, you know, in somebody's chat for no reason. I can get that. No orange man, please. No. I don't think you get a choice anymore. I think it's orange man or bust at this point, if you want my opinion on it. I won't be voting for Orange Man, but I think he's going to win.
Yeah, a ceasefire has to, like, Biden proposed another ceasefire, but Israel's still being cagey about it.
Israel will not will not acquiesce to any kind of ceasefire until it has achieved what it wants to in Gaza.
Like leveling Rafah.
They want to level Rafah. They want to cut the legs out from under Hamas forever. They want to turn Palestine into a fucking parking lot and then build it up. So they're going to pretend that they're talking with Biden for as long as it takes for them to fucking bulldoze Rafah. And then they'll go with it. And, you know, with the fucking Trump conviction recently, it's back to brunch for a lot of these liberals. A lot of these liberals, when that fucking conviction came in, all 34 counts guilty, they were like, well, that was a close one, guys, but we did it. Meanwhile, there's fucking how many months left, and a genocide still actively going on, and
debate that may or may
a
not
debate
happen.
that's probably not going to happen, and just a whole slew of crap that's on the fucking docket, right? And people want to call it now, especially libs, like whatever, conservatives. I go ahead and call it whatever you want, because you being wrong really doesn't affect me much. But libs who are on the nominal left, when you guys are wrong, it really shits our whole fucking, it gums up the whole works. When you spend the whole electoral cycle simping for fucking Joe Biden, it's not a good look for your movement.
Yeah, and they're gonna fall into the Hillary trap. They're gonna think, oh, we're just gonna win.
They're already in it. They're already in it. If you listen to them now, a lot of them are really, they were waiting for some kind of news.
Yeah.
And in their minds, this was one of the avenues to Biden just winning, despite whatever he does. He can be as shitty as he wants, but at least he's not a convicted felon. So there's a huge swath of the lib left that's like, well, back to brunch. Can I get the eggs Benedict and a mimosa, please? And then they're all going to be shocked when 2 months out the polls tighten up, as they always do, by the way. This is just what polls do. In the month to 2 months prior to the election, the polls tighten. So that's going to happen, and the libs are going to go, oh no, he was winning. He was winning in all the swing states by a point. How did this happen? Oh God, we need to get out the vote, guys. It's just going to be the same shit. FJB, you can just say it in here. You don't have to. You can just say fuck Joe Biden, I think. You don't have to do the Trump thing. Here, you can just say fuck Joe Biden. I'll say it. Fuck Joe Biden. How's that? As a labor leftist, as a unionist, fuck Joe Biden. And the horse he rode in on. Now, you're not going to like this part. Fuck Donald Trump, too. Rich, pampered, detached, big old dump in his pants. Fuck them both. That's where you and I will probably disagree the most, but you can just say fuck Joe Biden. I don't care. You can say let's go Brandon or whatever. You can type it all. You don't got to do all the weird memes in here. You want a Trump stump? Go for it, bro. This is your venue. Let's hear it.
Not an outsider. Cozied up to all the fucking...
He said he was going to drain the swamp, and then he just filled the swamp with a bunch of fucking disgusting insider players and fucking military-industrial complex fucking ghouls. You should run. There's no chance.
That Mistress Gin video is gonna come out again.
And again and again and again. I'm out. All right. Peace, buddy. All I can say, it's going to be fun to witness what happens in 4 years. I don't think it's going to be fun for a lot of people. First order as president. I don't know, man. You know, presidents can't just make decrees and stuff. They do have wide latitude to make proclamations and stuff. I would see if there was anything that I could do to sever the tie between money and politics. I would immediately start working on re-implementing Glass-Steagall, re-implementing the fairness doctrine in media, re-implementing a ton of stuff that's just like fallen by the wayside that used to keep this country kind of like moving forward a little bit, creeping forward at least. We'd start doing that.
But you'd hit resistance.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Once again, dude, you can just type fuck Joe Biden. You don't have to put FJB in my chat, bro. You can say whatever you want here, all right? I'm only going to ban you if you keep spamming FJB over and over, okay? Because it's annoying to see over and over. But if you want to write fuck Joe Biden and why, bro, this is the place to do it.
Have a conversation, not just a meme.
It's easier. I know it's easier, but sometimes the easier thing is kind of lame. Sometimes the easier thing makes you look kind of dumb. So maybe you should do the little bit harder thing and type the whole thing out. Just a little like, I don't know if you're actually looking to get people to talk to you or like trying to convince people. I feel like maybe you are. And if you're going to try and do that, you're going to have to type more than FJB. That just isn't really going to fly anywhere other than like hard MAGA circles or whatever the fuck, right? Like, I'm not a MAGA guy, but I'm also not a Joe Biden leftist. You're not going to find any kind of Democrat on me. We are dumb, sorry. It's okay. You can be dumb, that's fine. At least you know it. 500K or dinner with Jay-Z. 500K, are you kidding me? Dude, I bet dinner with Jay-Z would be the most boring shit ever. I bet that guy is such a pretentious loser. I could just tell by looking at Jay-Z that he wouldn't have a fucking word to say about anything. So give me that 500K. I'm gonna take that 500K. You're in Arizona? No, I'm in California. Stop smoking meth? Bro, does this look like meth to you? This is a good shake, bro. Alright? Give me a break. Who's smoking meth? I know, dude. Why is your meth green? I don't know, dude. It's like California green meth. You know how it works, man. Stinky skunk meth. Got a half ounce of free shake yesterday. That's awesome, man. I love shake, bro. Green crack, yeah, maybe. Call on meth would be hilarious. No, it wouldn't. It would just be, well, for you, for me, it would be terrifying. It would just be a huge panic attack. It would just be a gigantic fucking panic attack. Oh, that's good. Got a cough to get off. I'd be hiding in the bushes with a cake knife if I did meth. A cake knife. Fight Jay-Z? No. I think I could beat Jay-Z up, but no. Classic meth coughs, yeah. Hold it, no waste. So here's a little, this is a little science for you. You know the whole like take a hit and hold it? That does nothing. Okay? This is what happens. So the reason why you feel like you get a bigger head change if you take a big rip and hold it is because you're actually starving your brain of oxygen. So that super head rush that you're feeling is your brain going like, hey, you better take a breath, buddy. We need some oxygen up here. It's not actually you getting higher. As soon as you inhale, right, the smoke, it hits your lungs and it immediately, the THC binds to the fucking cilia in your lungs and it fucking goes into your bloodstream just like that, okay? So you don't get extra more high if you hold it in. The only way you're wasting it is if you cough and blow the bowl out. You know what I mean? That newbie move. Have you ever, dude, isn't this the worst fucking thing? Have you ever been smoking with somebody who's kind of new and they're like, how do I do this? And they like, and they cough into it and the fucking weed goes, You're like, oh, bro. It happens, but I have not done it in many, many years. Many years, bro. But that is a party foul. That's a big party foul right there. Holding in a hit is like high schooler shit. Yeah, it is. You don't have to do that. It actually does nothing for you. You get the same head change just holding your breath too long. So go for it. You know, you want to starve your brain of oxygen, you go for it. Overlipping it, yeah. There's all kinds of like smoke etiquette that you have to learn by being in a circle of people, and you just never. Yeah, oh, dude, be careful, man. That bong hits pretty hard. I got this, bro. I do this all the time. Oh, you got this, huh, bro? Well, there goes half the weed we brought for tonight. Thanks for that, buddy. Thanks for that. I'm glad you've got this. Dude, if you pulled that shit in my group, you weren't allowed on the bong. That's all there was to it, bro. You weren't allowed to sit the stick. Sorry, my bad, but what's a kiss chase? I don't know what a kiss chase is. Hoo-ha. When you cough into the bong, oh yeah. When you cough into the bong, it ruins the weed. Like if you cough into a bowl and the weed goes, if you're not on carpet, you could sweep it up and actually like save most of that weed. You cough into the bong, it's over. The whole fucking shit is soaked. It's flung to the far corners of the earth, and there's bong water all over everything. It's just not a fucking good, bro. It's not a good look. It's much better to like have your friends help you take a hit or two so you can learn than it is to pretend you know how to hit a bong and then rip it wrong. Because that's one of like the most, like for a stoner, that is like the only thing I can think of that's worse as a stoner is knocking somebody's piece over and breaking it. Like if you knock somebody's fucking bong off the fucking coffee table and snap it, that's the only thing that you can do worse than blowing out a fucking bong. Well, no, there's two. There's one more. Here it is, in order. The 3 cardinal sins of smoking. Okay? The 3 cardinal pothead sins. Here we go. Sin number 1. Blowing out the bong water, like we talked. Okay? You don't do it. Sin number 2, breaking a piece of any kind. You drop a pipe, you drop a bong, you fucking break something. Number 3, and this is a big one, dude. You only really get one of these, and it's pretty fucked up. Going to a hospital with a panic attack because you smoked too much weed. That's it. Those are the 3 cardinal weed sins. Those are the things that like will make people question whether or not they're going to smoke with you again. Did that happen to you? Someone going to the hospital from a panic attack? No, I've never done it, but I've known people who have had it happen to them. Like I said, it's not like a one strike you're out thing, but if you've got multiples of those, if you've got like a weed panic attack under your belt, you're also a dude that's broken a couple people's bowls, and you're known for trying to take big rips that you can't handle. That's kind of a 3 strikes you're out situation there. It shows that you have no smoker's etiquette whatsoever, you know. I took an edible and didn't realize how strong it was. I almost had a panic attack, but I just told myself, hey, it's good, we're good, and relaxed myself and vibed. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't do that. I understand like panic attacks. I have a panic disorder, and so I understand that sometimes panic attacks are like, they can just come from nowhere. Edibles don't hit for me. Gotta call bullshit, Blaze. Sorry. You come here and take one of the Cali edibles I've got right here in my kitchen, and you're gonna be on the fucking moon. And if you're not, you're some kind of fucking alien. A lot of people that think edibles don't work for them just usually, like, what I found is those people have had homemade edibles, like somebody made brownies but they didn't deglaze the weed, and so they just cooked all the THC off and it just was a dirty tasting dirt brownie. They don't know how to like incorporate the weed properly into the baked good, and so they make an edible that is garbage, and everybody eats like 5 of them and they go, man, that was bullshit. They just wasted like half an ounce of weed making weed brownies. It's bullshit. I get my edibles from the liquor store because I'm Canadian. Yeah, I have a feeling that what you're getting is probably like a little 2 milligram edible, a little 5 milligram shot. Look, you can get a little head change off of that, but we call that a granny dose here. We call that a granny dose. Like a 5 milligram edible here is a granny dose. That's what grandma takes to get a little sleepy so she can get rest at night, okay? If you want to take a real edible dose, you're looking at 50 to 100 milligrams. Yeah, I pop nothing less than 50 mil. If it's less than 50 milligrams of weed, I won't even feel it. So I don't even fuck around with it. Yep, you got to decarb the weed and fat. You got to make sure it's all fucking done right, because you will just burn off all the terpenes and leave behind nothing psychoactive. But that's like a California dose. 50 milligrams that's standard. But 50 milligrams for somebody that has no tolerance will knock your dick in the dirt all night. So like Blaze, if you were to pop a single fucking Cali edible that I've got in there, you'd be couch locked for like 6 hours, probably. I've gone really high on the milligrams. I think the last big dose I took was over 600 milligrams. And you trust me. It's like those people that go like, have you ever met a person? You know what? TJ was one of these people. I'm not even gonna fucking front with you. Oh, you know what, dude? I smoked weed and it did nothing. Really? You did? You smoked weed and it did nothing. Yeah, man. Doesn't even get me high, bro. I can just smoke it all day. Why don't you take a puff of this joint here? All right. Nothing, man. Like, you gonna inhale that, bro? You gonna take that down into your lungs, bro? Like this? Oh, let me do it. Oh god, man, fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit, man, what the fuck? You ever had that happen? I've had that happen like 5 times in my weed smoking history.
It's not a cigar.
Yeah.
Was that before he started smoking cigarettes? Or?
Yes.
So he just hadn't inhaled anything.
Yep.
Remember his cigarette videos? Like, yeah, I'd never get addicted.
I'm never gonna get. He doesn't even inhale. Smoking weed bad for your lungs? Yes. It's not good for your lungs. It's you'd be better just not smoking. It's not as bad for your lungs as cigarettes are, but it's not great for your lungs.
Oh, TJ. Thought he was immune from the weed and the cigarettes.
No.
You remember that one quit smoking video where he put the cigarette in a little
coffin?
casket?
Yeah. This is it. Are edibles bad for you? No.
Your stomach is hardy as fuck.
Mine?
I said just the human stomach in general.
Yeah. As long as like you can have a bad, like if somebody doesn't decarb the weed or deglaze it, you'll get like upset stomach because it's just a bunch of dry plant matter. Your stomach isn't supposed to eat desiccated plant matter. So even if you mix that desiccated plant matter in with a brownie, obviously that brownie stuff is going to come off in the acid and you're going to be left with this like ball of basically just like sawdust that you've eaten, and that can upset your stomach.
It's not gonna like cause cancer. It's just gonna give you an upset tummy.
No, I mean they prescribe edibles for people who are suffering from cancer because of its anti-inflammatory properties as well as its like psychological benefits and
Appetite increase,
analgesic effects, all of that. I don't know where Kitimat is, bro. You have to tell me where that is, though. You said it's like on a reservation, so I'm assuming it's like an Indian reservation, but I don't know. I've never heard that tribe, so I don't know like what state is that in, so I can come get some of this fucking reservation weed that you keep telling me you're gonna give me. Like, where can I come to pick it up, sir? British Columbia? Okay, well. I think it's gonna be a while before I get up there to pick that up, sir.
I don't even think that you have enough stuff to get into Canada.
Yeah, I don't even think they'll let me in right now. I think my fucking passport is expired. And I think they just switched over to that, didn't they? Where you have to have a passport or a star ID.
They have a special
Yeah.
ID you can get in like Washington. A lot of people have it, or you can cross the border.
It's not just Washington.
Yeah.
Louisiana has it too. It's like a whatever they call it, like a pre-check ID or something. Yeah. It's basically like the next best thing to a passport.
But only to like
fly or travel. Yeah. Canada's a nice place. Yeah.
Are you gonna let us immigrate there though?
No, they would never. They don't want me over there, but that's okay. I can visit, leave behind some of my tourism dollars. So I might come pick that up from you one day. But British Columbia, that's a hike, bro. That's a hike. Okay. As much as I would appreciate some of that Kitimat reservation dirt weed, which is gonna be fucking like some of the worst weed I've ever smoked, guaranteed. Sorry. I'm just a California supremacist. Yeah, it's going to be a while. How about I just bring you to California instead of me coming to Kitimat? How about you come to California and I take you to any weed shop and you pick anything out and it blows your head off? How about that? I think that might be a more life-changing experience than me going up to Kitimat and smoking your dirty res weed. Nah, bro. BC Bud is world-renowned, 42%. Can I tell you something about that, Christoph? That number that you just gave me is actually physically impossible. Okay, 30% is the hard limit for weed. You can't have more than 30% THC in a strain. There's just not enough plant to support all the terps. So if they're selling you shit and calling it 45 fucking percent, that's half. Dude, that would be if you picked up a bud, half of it is a chemical compound. No, and no, sir.
It can be dipped.
This is something that they pull in dirty fucking like southern states too. They'll be like, oh, look at this frosty bud, man, 50%. And you're like, yeah, my weed is 600% weed, bro. So I hate to bust your balls, bro, up there in BC, but they've got you smoking on cat piss and they're calling it fucking dank. All right? It might be dank. It might be 25. It might be 28%. It ain't no fucking 42%, bro. There's no such thing. Now, maybe they're dipping it. So you talking about cured weed? You're talking about weed that is dipped in wax or sprinkled with wax? Okay? But if you're talking about just straight out bud, just flour, and they're selling you something that's 49% or whatever you said, bruh, you're getting took, snook, and shook. Don't feel silly. It's happening to everybody. People get chuffed up about their weed, bro. Oh man, I had somebody like not that long ago go like Boston weed. I'm like, sorry. Tell me more. Let me guess, 45%, huh? Hell yeah, man, firebud. Okie dokie, buddy. Picking wax balls off the vine. I know. Paul, now that you've lost some weight, have you changed your mind on regulating fast food? And how do you feel about fat people and personal responsibility? Yeah, I think that 99% of fat people are in complete control of their fatness. You know, certainly it can be harder for some people to lose weight than others. People have physical disabilities that are comorbid with obesity that can make it harder. But ultimately, all things being equal, I think that if you're fat, you don't want to be fat. It's up to you to get not fat. Nobody can not fat you. I mean, like Boogie 2988 and fucking Wings of Redemption are proof that no doctor can unfat you. Okay, both of those guys had the most of their stomach fucking removed, had their fucking intestines rerouted to make sure that their stomach wasn't absorbing as much fucking nutrients and shit. I mean, like the doctors have literally done everything they can to keep these dudes from eating themselves to death, and they're both over 400 pounds. So ultimately, like, personal responsibility is 100% of the game. The only time that you'll see a fat person that isn't personally responsible for being fat is if you're looking at a child who doesn't know how to choose their own food and shit, or you're looking at a person with mental deficiencies who doesn't have the fucking ability to make those choices. If you're looking at a fucking well-adjusted, normal, average fucking Joe straight up the middle, and he's fat because he eats too much and exercises too little, okay? That's the way it works. Are you the amazing atheist? Yes. Yes, I am. Paul, I just took 450 milligrams of LSD. Okay, all right. Somebody ban him. Don't come in here bragging about taking absurd, obscenely oversized doses. You've never even been around 450 milligrams of LSD, bro. You're talking to a dude that knows what he's talking about. Ban him. I want him gone. Somebody fucking hook it up. Get the 450 milligram of LSD fucking troll out of here. I don't even want to read his bullshit anymore. Get him out. Thanks, Blaze. Agreed. Have you watched the Fit Men versus Fat Men Jubilee conversation? I have not. I don't really watch like online debates. I find them to be tedious. Even though I participate in them, I like participating. I don't like watching them. They don't inform much for me. I don't get much out of watching two people argue. Oh my God, Queso father. We figured it out. I could be Queso's dad. I would have had to meet Queso's mom when I was 18. We figured it out because I'm 44. So if I had met Queso's mom when she was 18, I could be Queso's dad. So I guess the question is, did Queso's mom visit Madera, California in 1997 or 98? Okay. Paul isn't ginger enough to be Queso's papa. I'm pretty ginger. I have weird ginger hair. My mom's fully ginger, green eyes, red hair. Okay. My dad is not. And so I've got a little bit of the whole thing. Like in the right light, my beard is red as fuck. Okay, there's quite a bit of ginger. I'm like something like 62% fucking Irish by just lineage. and the rest of it is all British Isles, Scotland, and Scandinavia. So there's quite a bit of red in my hair. Peepaw queso, yeah. The Amazing Atheist has aged badly. That's mean to say. I think TJ looks great. That's very mean to say. Everybody ages, my dude. Okay. I love this. There's a great quote from 1408. You know that movie with John Cusack, based on a short story by Stephen King, which is actually better. Read the short story, but in 1408, there's this hallucination scene where John Cusack's character walks into the bathroom, and all of a sudden he's transported to the old folks' home where his father died, and he sees his dad sitting there in a wheelchair all by himself, just kind of like looking down. And he walks over and he says, "Dad, Dad, you know, Papa." And the old man looks up at him and he says, "As you are, so I was. As I am, so you will be." And I'm just like, ooh. Deep, I know. I use that all the time on youngsters when they call me old looking. When they tell me how old I'm looking, I go, "As you are, so I was. As I am, so shall you be." No comeback to that one, you know. Because it's just the truth. Who cares about aging? Just stay healthy. I mean, I can't really make that. I'm sitting here smoking cigarettes and being overweight. Can't really lecture people on that. I'm trying though. I am losing weight at a pretty good clip, so hopefully that keeps. Oh, beautiful. Hello, little jumper. Boy, do I love you guys, man. You guys are my fucking favorite. You're the cutest. I got a little jumping spider visitor here. And he is absolutely adorable. Oh, yeah, he boing. He's so cute. Oh, where you gonna go, bud? You not like my phone? Okay. You gonna climb up on the phone, maybe? Oh, you gotta go up on it. Okay. Don't make a web in there, bud. Oh, he's gonna climb right on the phone. He's on the screen. This is so cool. Go, little jumper, go. You gonna go higher? Yeah, he's going higher. Pick him up? Nah, I don't like messing with him, man. Jumping spiders are the best, man. Dude, I actually fed one live on this show one time. I fed one. I had a salt gun that I would use to kill flies, and I killed a fly, and I saw a little jumper on the table, and I put it down, and he went over and started sucking on it, and I got it on film. I was like, dude, I fed the fucking jumping spider. I have a pet. I have tamed a spider. It's an old stream, and it was probably on the old channel, so it might actually be gone, unfortunately. By the way, those of you that are new to this, you know, I had an old channel. I started in 2007. It got banned for, of all things, hate speech. As you can tell, very hateful guy sitting here. YouTube fucking sucks. Still using the salt gun? Nah, I kind of let it sit outside and the weather kind of ate it. I need to get a new one. You made some chicken curry. I don't like curry. Can I be real with you guys? I know this is gonna be unpopular. Please don't take offense. I don't like curry. Curry gives me the shits. It doesn't taste good. It's too soupy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay? I don't fucking like curry. Okay? And no, I don't want to try it a certain fucking way or another way. I've had a lot of curry, dude. I've tried it, man. I've tried a lot of curry, bro. I really have. I wanted to like curry. I wanted to really like curry. I tried to like curry. I tried all kinds of fucking curry, bro. Okay? All kinds of curry. I've never had curry and gone like, damn, this is some good ass curry. And the fact that like a lot of people like overseas, especially like curry is like their main thing. Like they have like a whole curry culture. It's just kind of like, bro, curry's not good, man. It's fucking gross, bro. Please no more curry. Love curry, I know. Look, I'm clearly outnumbered. That's why I said I was going to get canceled for this. Are you not a heat head? I love chilies. I love chili peppers and stuff. And I know that curry is spicy and all that shit. I don't care though. I don't like it. Curry over jasmine rice is how I've had it most times, right? You get like the basmati rice, curry ladled over it. It's like, once I've had a bite or two, I'm like, all right, what's next? And they're like, what's next? That's it. Oh. Not even tikka masala? No, not even tikka masala. Pulso white. I mean, come on, dude. You want to talk about dude eating fucking non-traditionally white fucking food, dude? I grew up in Cali. Like the whole area that I live in has nothing but some of the best fucking Jalisco Mexican restaurants that you'll find anywhere on the fucking planet. Mexico included, bro. So I eat pretty regularly some of the greatest fucking Mexican, Central American, South American food that you can put your fucking hands on, bro. I just don't like curry, okay? I just can't, I don't do curry. What is your fave thing to do? I don't know. I like to talk, I guess. California's got the best Mexican food outside of Mexico and has better Mexican food than most of Mexico. Prefer Mexican or Italian food? Mexican, although the area that I grew up in has a lot of Italian immigrants as well, and so I'm very, very well versed in Italian food. I really like it a lot. It's very good. Why does chocolate look like poo and taste great, but poo tastes like shit and not great? You might want to rethink that whole question, bro. I don't think it actually made any sense. Okay, what you said about Cali having better Mexican food than most of Mexico is wrong, bro. Sorry, buddy. That's just the painful truth. Anything that you can get in Mexico, anything, and I mean it, anything, you can get just as good or better in California. Period, point blank, fight me. Prove it then if it's true. How do you prove something like that? You want me to go to every fucking Mexican restaurant in the world and rate them for you? You can look into this. There are more Mexican traditional, we're talking traditional Mexican, Central American, and South American restaurants in the LA basin than there are in the rest of the world. Combined. Get at me. Don't be stupid, dude. I just don't like central Mexican style, bunch of brown goop. Yeah, I'm a Baja and Jalisco guy. I know Jalisco includes a lot of central Mexico, but like honestly, you move it towards the coast and you get this super fresh seafood. You get these super fresh like Mexican ceviches. You get these super fresh marisco kind of dishes that are just like super complex, super flavorful, right? Um, you get also kinds of like staple food options, is what I call them, like non-meat options. You've got chili relleno, which is like some of my favorite stuff, guacamole, which can be like, you know, like a fucking meal in and of itself. It's just packed with protein, packed with flavor. Um, not a big fan of Tex-Mex, but you do you, okay? Also not a big fan of like New Mexico kind of Mexican food. But I'm a fucking West Central Mexico apologist, okay, when it comes to Mexican food. I believe that Jalisco is the greatest typical food of Mexico, and I believe that no place on earth does it better than California, specifically the LA Basin and the Bay Area of California. If you take those two metro areas together and add up all of the traditional, authentic Jalisco Mexican options in them, there are more restaurants in those two cities than there are in the entire world combined, including Mexico. Okay? These are just facts. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. These are just facts. Paul travels the world and compares it to Cali. Travel with him as he observes different cultures and gives his take on these differences. Patreon special. That'd be nice. It's expensive as fuck, though, so we'd have to get a lot of patrons to like justify that, because that would be a huge expense for me to travel the fucking world. It'd have to pay off pretty big. I'd love to do shit like that. You would have to eat all over the entire nation of Mexico. Facts, Lamau. All right, buddy. I mean, you can be mad as you want, bro. You can get mad in the same pants you got glad in. I guess, you know what, dude? I guess you're right, bro. I guess the place on the planet that has the highest concentration of authentic Mexican food doesn't have the best Mexican food, bro. You're right, bro. You're right. Facts. You're right, bro. I'm pwned. You got me. Just like I'm sure fucking like India doesn't have the best curry in the world, you know? Like why would you assume that the place with the greatest concentration of curry shops in the world is churning out the best curry? I don't Whatever, buddy. I got pwned. Do you like African food? I have not gotten to try a whole lot of African food, so I really can't comment. I would like to try some. Best Italian food is in the US too. I've heard this. I can't really speak to that as much as I can Mexican food, but I have heard this. I've heard you get better Italian food in the United States than you do in Italy. It's just the concentration of high quality restaurants is higher in Italy. The number of high quality restaurants is higher in the United States, so figure it out. After going to Italy twice, yeah, their food is way better. There you go. I trust Pranav on this before me, but I will speak the Mexican food, okay? I will. And I think it's absurd that you're saying that you have to like, that's like saying like, oh, you can't prove God exists because, or God doesn't exist because you haven't looked under every rock. You haven't examined every grain of sand in the universe to see if he's in there. So, guess you don't know. I mean, no human being has ever eaten at every fucking restaurant in Mexico, bro. Okay, no human being will ever accomplish that feat. The black swan fallacy, yeah. But what it comes from is salt. I think Gage probably has some investment in Mexican food being authentic in Mexico and stuff, and it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying get more of it better and cheaper and easier here. Staying in. Dude, I'm gonna triple down. It's time to triple down. You ready? Here we go. Time to triple down. There are taco trucks in the LA basin that serve better Mexican food than anything you can get in Mexico. Fight me. Taco trucks. You walk up to on the sidewalk, cranking out better authentic Mexican food than you're going to find in most of Mexico. Fight me. Lamau, what? Yeah. See, this is just like people are fucking flabbergasted, bro. People are flabbergasted by this shit. Just like, come on down to Cali. Don't take my word for it, bro. It's the like one of the biggest fucking tourist destinations in the world. Just come to LA. Come to LA. Go to the first fucking taco truck you see. The grimier, the better. Get yourself a couple of fucking lingua tacos and shut your fucking mouth. I don't know what else to say to you, bro. Get you a couple fucking lingua street food tacos with fucking homemade corn tortillas. Fresh fucking garden salsa. And shut your fucking mouth. I mean, that's all you gotta do, bro. Book a Disney vacation or something and just make that one of your stops. Isn't that tongue? Yeah, it is. I don't think the best anything is in LA. Then you're salty or misinformed, one of the two. Maybe both. Salty and misinformed. Hey, bro, have a happy Pride Month. Yeah, you too. I hate these months, man. I mean, I get it. I'm fine with it. I'm just saying, like, go do some fucking activism or something. Fuck a month. I want Pride year. I want Pride eternity. Cali's pretty expensive. Yes, it is. LA is expensive, yes. Cali is expensive in general, yeah. There are parts that are more affordable, but as I've said a million times, I don't want to get into it. If you're not willing to hustle, every Californian that I know that's well established here, myself included, has at least a side hustle. No Californian is working one fucking job unless they're like some fucking, I don't know, tech business. I'm not talking to those people. Average Joes that live here, nobody's got one job. Everybody's got a side hustle or multiples. So you just have to, no matter where you live in Cali. Stopped into a church. I passed along the way. Oh, I got down on my knees. And I began to pray. I'd be safe at home if I was in LA. California dreaming. I'm such a Wednesday. Many people have no hustle at all these days. I don't agree, man. I feel like, especially like these young generations, they get it. I feel like they get kind of like the hustle that's needed, at least to be in California. I won't really speak for anywhere else. I can't really. I've lived, in different places, but I really only consider myself an expert on living here. I wouldn't really give people advice on how to live in Washington, Texas, Arizona, Louisiana. These are all the states that I've lived in. But you want to talk to me about California, I feel like I've got the authority to speak on it. I'm born and raised here, lived 90% of my life here. All right, buddy. Have a good day, man. No, eating a weed nugget doesn't really work. Once again, like, in order to make an edible, you have to decarb the weed. It's a process of, like, solidifying the cooking material, cooking out the oils, but not too hot so that they don't evaporate or vaporize. If you just eat weed, your body isn't, like, you don't have the enzymes in your gut like a cow. Like, if a cow were to eat weed, that weed would go through, how many stomachs does a cow have? 3, 4 stomachs, right? Like, all these different, like, breaking down processes to break down that desiccated plant matter into something that can be fucking absorbed by the body. You don't have any of that. So if you just eat a big bud, like, you might get a head change off of it, but you're really wasting weed. It's the worst thing you could do, is to just eat weed. Yeah, you're just gonna end up pooping. What's your favorite horror story? Dude, there's one that sticks in my mind, bro. Have you guys ever seen, there is a, I don't remember, it's like a manga, right? And you're never gonna hear me talk about a Japanese manga. It's, I think, The Curious Case of the Amagara Fault is the name of it. Have you ever heard of this? It's like, this place, this rock slide happens and it exposes this interface of a mountain, and there's all these people-shaped holes in it. Like, they're shaped exactly like people. And people come to it. It's by Junji Ito, yeah. Yeah, that's the one. So The Curious Case of the Amagara Fault or whatever. I know it's the Amagara Fault. But that horror story is fucking crazy good, man. I'm not a big manga guy, but I really recommend you fucking check that one out, because it spooked me, and it's lives rent free in my head all these years later. Yeah, it's like people can see the hole that is shaped just like them, and they're drawn to it. They want to walk into it, and so people are like disappearing into the mountain. Yeah, I know. Seriously, that's why I don't bring up this type of stuff. Is because, like, you guys don't understand. I can appreciate certain things about anime, but I'm not an anime culture guy, and I'm not gonna go watch a billion different things that you check out right now. Like, I'm not gonna do it, bro. I'm not gonna go read a manga that you want me to read. I was just mentioning one because somebody asked me what my favorite horror story was. I'm not looking for your fucking input. Oh man, that's enough. Hoo-ha. Ooh. Anyway, Paul, you should check out Urutsuku Doji 7 Devil Summoner Angel Saga. But read the manga. Read the manga first. Bro got COVID, yeah. Bull gave me COVID. Sounds like a rap line. A rapper should steal that. I hit the weed, gave me COVID. Hey, Polly lad. Hello. more happy prides. I want to see Paul cosplay as a beautiful, beautiful anime girl. Nah, no thank you. Hey, Paul, when you were talking about the movie Pontypool is the movie. There was a book that it was based off, or I think, no. Pontypool was actually a radio play that was turned into a feature film. It's Ponty Pool, Pontypool, all one word. You can look it up. It's a great movie. I recommend you watch it. The ending is kind of fucking whack, but what do you want? Most movie endings are whack. The rest of the movie's pretty good. Have you ever thought about cosplaying? You know what? I think about it more now as I get older because it looks like fun. I wouldn't want to be uncomfortable all fucking day, bro. I'm such a comfort guy. I want to be comfortable if I'm gonna go out. I want to, like, I'm sitting here in like fucking basketball shorts and a big oversized t-shirt. I'm like, this is how I like to be. And so like I feel like I wouldn't be the type of dude to put on a big elaborate costume and fucking be sweltering in it all day. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a special fucking thing that's gonna keep me cool. So I would have to like maybe cosplay something, and I don't really know. Maybe if I got thinner, I could cosplay like the dude. I need to get thinner. But if I lose, you know, if I stay on track and I lose another 60 or 70 pounds, I could probably like cosplay the dude. You look comfortable? I am comfortable, yeah. I stay comfortable. Sing Hoist the Colors. Heave-ho, blah, blah, blah. Hoist the colors high. Heave-ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Doom, dum, do, 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 do. Paul's a real princess. Yeah. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, sure. She's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, strolling along down the, what's that word again? Oh yeah, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, walking around down the, what's that word again? Street. Out where they walk, out where they run, out where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give If I could live out of these waters, what would I trade to spend a day warm on the sand? Bet you on land they'd understand, bet they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand. I'm ready to know what the people know. Ask my questions, get some answers. What is a fire and why does it, what's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore the shore up above, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. So sad, so wistful. Lyrics are beautiful, yeah. So when I was a teenager, I was living with my dad. I had an older stepsister, who I feel bad. I never really even count her when I count my stepsisters. She's technically, I guess, the eldest. But she had kids, and they would come over, and her daughter was obsessed with Disney movies. And I was a fat, lazy teenager who wanted to watch TV, so we really had to just watch The Little Mermaid over and over, and The Lion King. Those were the two. I can recite both of those movies from fucking memory. It's absurd. Hakuna Matata was millennial skibbity. Yeah, it really was, dude. Millennial skibbity toilet. Yeah, I tried to like show her some of the other, because we had like the, you know, my fucking stepmom had all the Disney movies. So I tried to like show her like Hunchback of Notre Dame. She thought that one was boring. She hated it. I tried to show her some of the older ones like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. She hated those. She wanted like Mermaid every time, mostly. I was really lucky if she said Lion King one day. Mostly it was Mermaid. Aladdin, she would do Aladdin every once in a while too, but not as much. I tried to get my niece to watch American Tail, and she wouldn't fucking watch it, bro. But I watched it when I was a kid. So American Tail and Secret of Nim. I tried both of those. Both of those were a no-fly zone. Both of those just weren't going to keep the attention, you know. The best Disney song that I can sing is Be Prepared, because I just do a really good, like, it's right in my range. They wrote Be Prepared for Jeremy Irons, who is not a trained singer. He is a theater guy, so like me, I'm not a trained, well, I guess I am a trained singer, but not professionally. So I did musical theater, I was in chamber choir, I sang in a band when I was, you know, I had a garage band when I was in high school. Like, he was probably on the same level, but they wrote it for this like kind of low baritone tenor that's perfect. I really like Be Prepared a lot. It's a good song. I know that your powers of retention are as wet as a warthog's backside, but thick as you are, pay attention. My words are a matter of pride. It's clear from your vacant expression the lights aren't all on upstairs, but we're talking kings and successions. Even you can't be caught unawares. Bum, 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 bum. So prepare for the chance of a lifetime. Be prepared for sensational news. A shining new era is tiptoeing nearer. And where do we feature? Just listen to teacher. I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. An injustice deliciously square. Be prepared. Doom, doom. Sorry. We're doing Disney songs. Oh, fuck. And I did this, too. I'm full out. I'm sorry. I'm a piece of shit.
You're not.
I smoked the last cigarette. She's gonna go get another pack. We're good.
Do a little fast charge so it doesn't have to.
May as well. Poor trickle charger. No work. I mean, it works, but it's definitely a trickle. I was obsessed with Frollo for the longest time. Oh, good for you, buddy. Taking a dump, and who shows up in my shorts? Was that intentional? I was taking a dump, and look who shows up in my shorts. Get it? Your actual short. You dumped in your... And I'm the shit in your pants. Hey, Paul, at work, but I just want to say keep up the amazing work. Okay. I'll try. Do my best, man. Oh, yeah. You like tuna melts? Tuna? Tuna. Yeah, I'll eat a tuna melt, I guess.
Not your favorite.
Not my favorite thing, no. I like a tuna casserole, but also not my favorite thing. You know. Ever had a chicken bake from Costco? No. No.
Costco pre-mades are decent.
I've had the hot dogs there. They're pretty good. I've had the slice of pizza. Pretty good. I've never done like the pre-made meals from Costco though. Are they pretty good?
Yeah. They're just big.
Bro's built like a Ferris wheel. Man,
It's creative.
It was good. It got me, dude. It's very visual. Congrats. All right, you got me. Yeah, I am kind of. They do say the fans say Paul round as a ball, so I think you nailed it, buddy. I'm built like a Ferris wheel. That was actually good. Not even gonna front, okay? Usain bloated. All right, that one's a little more. That's a bit. Your first one was a fucking home run, bro. You didn't even have to swing on that one. Usain bloated, though, is a little bit... That one's not as good. I get it, Usain Bolt, but fat. But I'm white as fuck. I don't look anything like Usain Bolt. I don't know, man. Maybe if you were dissing Biggie, you could have said Usain bloated or something. Because Biggie was actually Jamaican as well, like Usain. Paul McCartney, yeah.
Can't do the string of fat jokes. There's already the one good one. Anything else just pales in comparison.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're gonna have to. It would have to be really good, you know, because once you've like hit a fucking home run, then it's done, right? Nobody cares really. Have you had Jamaican food? I have. not my favorite. I had jerk chicken. And I was not impressed, but it might have just been bad. I don't know. Love from the UK. Cool.
UK food is terrible.
Man, do we have to dunk on them, though? I mean, yeah, we do. I'm sorry for your food over there, guys. You guys got horrible food over there, and I really feel bad about it. I saw this video one time, and I just felt so bad. It was like little British boys, right? Little British squeakers. They were like Mr. Feast. Tepid. They were little squeakers. They were little British squeakers, and you know how they make you little British squeakers dress up in your little British Oxford suits, and they were sitting down to try American biscuits and gravy for the first time. So, you know, good old like homemade buttermilk biscuits with sausage gravy, right? And they looked at it and they were like, "Oi, what is all this then? Where's the beans? Where's the toast? This ain't no breakfast." And then one of them got brave and was like, "I'm just gonna try it, bros." Cuts into it. And it's like his whole face changed. It was like the first time he'd tasted spice in his life. It's like seasoning, right? And you could see it in his eyes. His whole life changed in that moment. It reprogrammed. It was like, oh my God, food can be good. He was like, "Oi, that's fucking beautiful, mate. Oh, nom, 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 nom." They just, every one of them cleared their plates. They were like, you know that scene in Oliver Twist where he's like, "Please, sir, can I have some more?" Like, the people that filmed that video must have felt bad. What's a biscuit? It's like a scone. It's like a scone with gravy atop. What? A scone? 21 sausage. Once again, bro. That first one was fire. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Built like a fucking Ferris wheel. That one, visual, came out of nowhere. And I'm really giving you a chance with these other ones, but you're missing, dude. You're just swinging for the fences. You already hit the home run. Just run the bases, man. Just score. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Yeah, maneuver yourself. Or just maneuver this a little if you want.
Yeah, I think this is about as good as it gets at this time of day.
Maybe. Are these streams therapeutic for you? Probably in some way, yeah. I know that like talking and conversing is very therapeutic for me. I have a very scattery brain. And it almost needs like, I feel like Cricket with his scratching post sometimes. Yeah. I feel like my scratching post is talking with people I don't know very well.
Yeah.
If I don't get it, I start to diminish. Did he say Jupiter without the ring? Okay, dude, that's dumb. Saturn is the one that has rings. Well, Uranus has rings too, but Saturn is the ringed planet. Jupiter without the ring is just Jupiter, my guy. Is that what it was, dude? You said Jupiter without the ring? Bro, how does it go? My very elegant mother. It's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. I can't remember the whole fucking thing. You need to study it, bro. Okay? Jupiter doesn't have rings. Jupiter's the one with the spot. The eternal storm, which is apparently dissipating now. So I guess it's not eternal. You have an extra ring. You should have said it, you have an onion ring. Then I would have went snip, snap, knick, knack, patty, whack. You got the biggest stack, but I actually came up with it. So I get the praise for that.
Bro, I think you just need to give up.
He's trying though. I like it. It's a good exercise. He'll be better for it. You know, he's spending time. He's learning right now. He's studying at the feet of the master, okay?
That's the most epic one we've heard.
You a man or a ladies, bruh? I don't know, man. What do you think? I'm gonna leave that one up to you, bro. I don't think I'm qualified to answer that one right. You go ahead and say what you think, though. The planet Jupiter has a system of faint planetary rings. Oh shit, the actual guy is here. The actual guy is here. Yeah, Jupiter's not known for its rings, okay? Its rings aren't visible to the telescopic eye. Okay, they're not part of its fucking horizon. They're not, nobody says the rings of Jupiter, okay? It's just not a fucking thing. I said Uranus has a fucking ring. But he didn't say you're like Uranus without the ring. That would have worked. Uranus is still huge. It's just not as big as the planet. You know, it's not as big as Earth. It's a little smaller than Earth. Isn't it? Or is it bigger?
It's bigger. All the gas giants are bigger.
Uranus is a gas giant. Well, fuck me. I just learned too. I'm a retard too. See? Look. We're all getting it. Yeah, I was getting Uranus and Neptune mixed up. Neptune is like an ice planet, right?
No, it's a gas.
Is it? Is Neptune a gas, though? Are you sure?
I don't have a phone that works to look it up.
You look like Mercury, the smallest planet. A planetoid. Neptune is a gas giant. Thanks. Thanks for the Google. I appreciate it. It's been a while since I was in like 4th grade, you know. That's when you learn all that shit. Icy gas. Got it. Well, I know that like they target a lot of the moons of these gas giants, right? For possible like life or exploration or whatever. Bro eats the sun when he wants a spicy snack, bro. That's just absurd, okay? Nobody is that fat, man. Okay? Nobody can eat the sun, okay? That's just absurd. I'm not Galactus, okay? Now you've taken it too far. Now I'm getting angry. You are.
Yeah. Jeez.
Staggered me. Should you do the thing? Nah, it's cool. He's fine. At least he's like contributing something. A little too much Zaza. Hey, you and I both, man. You may not be built like a fucking thing, but we're both off a little too much Zaza. Okay? We have that in common. Look, commonality across the fucking pond or wherever the fuck you are. Who knows? Where you at? What? What shithole do you call home? I know you're not a Cali boy. You're too dumb. So tell me where else. Too dumb to be a Cali boy. So you gotta be from somewhere else. You gotta let me know, bro. Just give me a state, give me a country, give me something, bro. I'm gonna guess Midwest. I'm gonna guess something like Minnesota, Kansas.
This is weird.
What?
It says it was processed April 22nd.
Yeah.
But it says Best By April 21st.
Maybe that's why I got it. Maybe it was like a misprint.
Yeah.
Did he answer? Bro eats stars for dinner? Man, I wish. That'd be dope. I bet a star is tasty as fuck. It's got all of the elements in it. So everything that tastes good here that's in a star, I bet it's delicious. Expired weed.
No, that's
You tell
definitely
me.
a misprint.
You tell me, bro. You tell me. It smokes just fine. I'll tell you that goddamn much.
I think they meant like April 21st of next year, but they put 24 instead
Whatever.
of 25.
Yeah. I did not pay for this weed, so I really am not going to complain. Methinks me got a misprint. This weed was a gift from the great and powerful Zeke. Long may he reign. King of the Green, Father of the Yoda. Which planet is your fave? Ooh. Which planet? You have a favorite planet? Pluto was my favorite planet.
Yeah.
But that's because my fifth grade, sorry. Her name was Mrs. Sidlowski. She passed away. She was a German immigrant, had a very thick German accent. She was great. We used to have TAs.
Yeah.
My TA's name was Lily Tombaugh. Tombaugh is the name of the guy who discovered Pluto.
I see.
It was her grandfather. And so Pluto, for the longest time, was my favorite planet. And then they fucked over Pluto, and now I refuse to pick a new one.
Yeah. I feel like it was pointless to take it off. It's got a fucking moon, man.
Yeah. Well, the argument is that it's not the... It's too small. Its orbital bodies would not be considered moons in any other case. They're only moons relative to the size of Pluto. And Pluto does not meet the new standard that we've set for planet. It is a planetoid.
I guess they've found more planetoids.
They found more beyond in the Kuiper Belt. So there's more Plutos out there. So there might, if we counted all of them, there might be something like 40 or 50 planets.
Yeah.
It just Pluto is one of the closest ones. When it swings, it has a very wide elliptical orbit. So when it swings close to the Earth, it's closer than any of those Kuiper kind of bodies. Pluto is still my favorite planet. Sailor Scout Setsuna cannot be snuffed like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. There was Sailor Pluto. I guess she's fucked. But I mean, Sailor Moon is not a planet either. So I mean, what the fuck? I do my stretches. Here I'm back. Oh, ouch. God damn it.
Oh.
Knocked my ankle. Fucking goddamn knobby ass wooden shit.
Baby.
It's
I feel like you've just been having that happen more lately.
I've been kicking things because I'm moving around more. It's easier for me to get up quick. And I'm doing it.
But you just weren't used to it.
But I'm used to having to be way slower and more careful when I stand because I'm so fucking fat and broken.
Oh yeah, I said I was gonna try to do these with more.
You want to. You gotta really get into that one, so here, start with me. Alright, we're gonna go right, okay? So all the way as far as you can right. And then start rolling around to the front. Right there, hold it. And then roll it the same way, back as far as you can into that straight. And back over here. Straight up as hard as you can. Hold it. Engage those core muscles. Alright. Vertebrae by vertebrae. It's like you're unstacking a tower. Look deep into that as you feel like you want to. And actually touch your ass. Literally touch your ass. Careful. Injury there. Alright, that feels actually way better than it did yesterday. Alright, now, arms straight out. And back as far as you can. Look straight up. Really lay into that stretch. You feel it in your core there. In your stomach muscles. Alright. Let's just do it with like 2 squats, okay? Engage the knees and the legs. Go.
You're fucking hot, man.
I know. I just love that sun in my face when I do it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Tingles, man. Good tingles. Like blood flow tingles.
This is still as far as I can go right now doing this.
I don't want to re-injure you. But yeah, I'd be really trying to lean into that stretch if you can. Do that pulling thing that I did and kind of give you, because like that's going to stretch a different part, right? You do it on the other side, it's actually going to stretch that part of your neck as well, right? Yeah. Just a little bit of resistance from your hand, push against it a little bit. Let your hand win though. Yeah. Deep ass fucking stretch. You just need to do that 3-4 times a day, baby.
Yeah.
Next time we stretch, if you want to stretch with me later, I do my neck stuff.
Yeah.
So I do my full rolls, my shoulder touches, my back forwards. I don't like to do the neck stuff at the same time I do the full kind of like back and core. Because it tends to like irritate shit for me instead of help.
So sad.
I did stretch on cam. I had Amelia film me one day, so you can go watch. I think it's 2 or 3 episodes, 5 episodes ago. I don't know, but I did actually do like another version of the routine we just did there for everybody, and I kind of like walked you through why I do it now. It was hot. No. If you mean hot outside, yeah.
I know, we're into the oven times now.
Yeah. It's really not all that impressive. I'm not doing like a major cardio thing. It's very like certain yoga poses and then things that I have gotten. Like there was one thing that I do, the ball over your head and then bending down into a deep stretch, holding it out front. That's DDP Yoga. That's just something I picked up from that. So that's like a wrestler, Diamond Dallas Page, who was all broken, and he managed to get his core strength back and help his back a lot by coming up with his own kind of like yoga program. He sells it. I've never paid for it, but that's one of the exercises that I learned from DDP Yoga. And then I'm doing just kind of like basic sun salute stretches. I would really like to get to the point where I can get down on the ground and do cat-cow because it helps a lot, but getting up and down on my knees is kind of tough for me still at this weight. So I'm just kind of working around that. I'm way more flexible today than I would have been 6 months ago. Like I've got all this hamstring flexibility, all this core flexibility, all this back flexibility that I didn't have before, neck flexibility. Like I've really been working it hard for like 6 months.
And the walk too.
Yeah, walking. I mean, just being at like getting my stamina, like my cardio stamina back as I'm losing weight. Yeah, I mean, DDP Yoga it incorporates a lot of, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like implied resistance. It's like,
yeah, like the imaginary medicine ball.
So you can do DDP Yoga sitting down if you want. Imagine that you're holding a really heavy ball, right? And really engage all of the muscles that you would need to hold that heavy medicine ball out in front of you and really let it get heavier. You can really trick your muscles into engaging without actually having to put the stress of lifting extra weight. And that's like I just saved you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. That's the core of DDP Yoga. It's a bunch of exercises that are meant to use your own body as resistance to build muscle tone.
Adjacent to wrestling, I guess the Mike Tyson match got delayed because he had an ulcer flare up.
It's gonna happen. He's an old fucking guy. He is gonna hurt Jake Paul.
Yeah.
He's gonna hurt him. Why doesn't TJ follow your lead?
He's tried a bunch of times.
Let me just say this. TJ's not a puppy, and I'm not his guru or mentor, so TJ doesn't typically follow where I lead. I'm not his leader. TJ does his own thing that works for TJ. He does shit because his back is not as bad as mine, although he does have a bad back for a big guy that's tall. His back is not as injured as mine, and so he does like weightlifting stuff, or he does like deadlifts and bench presses and floor exercises where he's doing maybe some sit-ups and stuff. All of that stuff is pretty high impact for me. My back is very injured and very prone to injury, and so I have to be very careful. So him following in my footsteps, it probably wouldn't work for him in the same way that it's working for me, and I wouldn't expect it to. What I'm doing is based around my body and what I can do. I thought he said he'd stopped exercising for a while. I don't know. I don't really keep up as much as I would expect. TJ doesn't keep up with my day-to-day routine and shit. It's when you're not on a diet and somebody else is, you don't want to hear about their success. And that goes both ways. There have been times where it's like TJ's like, oh man, I'm feeling better, I'm eating better, I'm sleeping better, fucking eating whole grain rice, and you fucking lost 40 pounds, and I'm just like, fuck you, I've gained 40 pounds in the last 6 months, bitch.
Now it's the other way around.
Yeah, I mean and it may go the other way again. I hope not, but I don't stand in judgment of TJ, nor do I expect him to like do what I do. I don't think it would work for him. I don't think TJ could eat like I eat.
He'd probably do better on like a keto thing than you would.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't even try and put TJ on the type of diet I'm on.
Because he broke Chelsea of vegetarianism, didn't he?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think, wasn't she vegetarian at the beginning?
She was, yeah. I just don't know. I know she doesn't eat as much meat as he does, but I know she probably does indulge in meat. I don't really judge people. I'm not a vegetarian by moral choice or whatever the fuck. I'm a vegetarian because of my particular dietary fucking weirdness, and it fits me really well. Is that Tina or Heather? Which girlfriend is that one? Are you Tina or Heather? It's my wife, Amelia. What are you eating on these days? A lot of like staple foods that are vegetable. A lot of vegetarian options like chili, soups, pastas, pizza. I'll have a pizza. I'm technically the long-term lacto-ovo pescatarian, so I will drink milk and eat cheese. I will have shrimp and fish, and I will eat eggs. So it's just what fits me. Can we see your wife? She chooses not to be featured in my stuff, and I respect that.
I've walked in the background.
Yeah, she walks by. It's not like she's like adverse to it, but she chooses not to have the camera pointed at her, and I respect that. Just because I do this for a living doesn't mean I have to drag my family into it. I wouldn't subject her. She was born on the internet, so she knows how mean and nasty people can be. And she doesn't want to endure that. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, you're going to endure that. Is your wife sexy? Fuck yeah, she's sexy. She's a sex pot. Her beauty would blind us. It would. Amelia is cool. Yeah, she is. Even the flies love her. Why do flies suddenly appear? They're attracted to her sweet smell. They're like, holy shit, straight up sugar. Let's get it, boys.
Speaking of eggs, do you want to get Denny's today since we're going out?
Oh, maybe. That might be good. Could go get a Grand Slam. Do people make fun of your wife on the internet? No.
We're just trying to avoid
I mean,
the temptation.
It's not even really avoid. It's just she's not a personality on the internet that's looking to be in front of the camera, and I respect that. You know, it's not even about that. She's perfectly capable of handling her own fucking emotional life when it comes to what people say about her. It's just a choice. No, Denny's is good for just like diner food and like breakfast and stuff. It's pretty fucking good.
Oh, you were in heaven with those eggs.
Oh yeah, those eggs are fucking dope. I love them.
I'm getting too hot over here. You wanna go in, D? I'm getting too hot too.
I don't blame you, D. I'm gonna come in here in a minute too. Who the fuck says Denny's is bad? I don't even want to fucking... Denny's or Waffle House? Waffle House. But I don't live in a place where there's a Waffle House nearby, so Denny's is the next best thing. Denny's are fucking... I always forget the name of it. Fucking... it has a little gift shop, a little country fucking waffle place. Get the fucking breakfast. Has a little gift shop in the front. Not IHOP. It's a southern kind of thing. It's got a fucking yellow sign with a fucking brown outline. It's fucking easy. They're all by the fucking roadside in the south and all over the place really now. What are they? Got a little fucking tchotchke gift shop in the front. And then you go and they take you in the back and it's a big dining place. It's not Waffle House. Bob Evans, I mean, that's another one, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. It's not Ricky's. Dude, nobody knows? What is it called, man? Come on, chat. Don't do me this way. It's not fucking IHOP. It's like a country place where you go in and you go through the front doors and you're in like a fucking gift shop and it's a bunch of like tchotchkes. It's a bunch of like little things that you would buy to hang up at your fucking thing. And then you go to the back of that and there's a lady standing there with menus and she takes you into the big dining room and you sit down. They have lemonade there. It's really fucking good. You drink that, it's like homemade lemonade, and you can get breakfast, lunch, or dinner any time of the day. You guys are fucking killing me. Cracker Barrel. We got it. We fucking got it. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Oh, we got it. We got there. Fucking Cracker Barrel, okay? Whew, you're too high. The only way out is through. Hi, Paul. Used to watch you on DP a while ago. I'm getting married soon. Cool for you, buddy. Congrats on your first marriage. Sorry. I knew it and I had to say it when nobody said anything. It was getting annoying. Yeah, man, come on, bro. Cracker fucking Barrel. What do you like about Cracker Barrel? Like, just decent fucking, like, if you want a country fried steak and some mashed potatoes and a big glass of fucking fresh lemonade, you go in there. Good, like, home-style cooking, country-style food. I don't like IHOP. I think they try too hard, man. Last time I went in there, I felt like I was in a Chuck E. Cheese, bro. When I looked at the menu, it was like, get the extra dodextra caramel pile of whipped cream with a clown face on it for $28.99. It's like, what am I doing in here, bro? We'll draw a clown face in whipped cream. It's like, get me the fuck out of here, bro. I just get a waffle and shut up. Please. And it comes out like a melted fucking soggy pile of shit. And like if I was 5, I'd be excited as fuck. But I'm 44. I'm not trying to eat a fucking giant pancake with a clown face on it with a cherry for a nose, okay? So like, yeah, it was years ago. The last time I went to IHOP and looked at the menu, I fucking ordered something off of it. I felt like a 10-year-old, and I was like, all right, I'm done with that shit. The last time I darkened that doorstep, what a nightmare. Yeah, you are. Yeah. What, did I front like I'm not? You can have them, bro. There's tons of empty booths right now at your local IHOP, bro. You don't even have to get them from me. Dude, they'd love to see you down there. They'd love to see you. You know why? Because you're not 90. You're not going to invoke your senior discount, man. You're going to be paying full price? Fuck yeah, they want you, man. Trust me, they got a booth with your name on it, bro. Go down there and get your soggy clown cake and fucking let me know how it was, bro. 28 bucks. Hope you don't want bacon, because that's extra. Go down there and get it. Now, Denny's is legit. Denny's, you can get a clown cake if you're a kid. You can also just get some bacon and eggs if that's what you want. This is your timer because I'm pissed off at that fucking goddamn weed whacker and it's just not going to shut up. So when this is done, I'm done for the day. So you got questions? Rapid fire, man. Q&A me. Speak now or forever hold your peace. You got 1 cigarette. Who's whacking weeds in a desert? I mean, you know, the Central Valley of California is an irrigated desert, right? So we actually drained what was a giant lake here named Lake Tulare and created this kind of desert landscape so that we could micro-irrigate it and use it for farmland because the soil's super rich. Favorite Sopranos line or moment? It's hard, man. I gotta watch it again, honestly. I've been thinking about a rewatch, and I think it's time. So, I don't know, man. I'd say once every couple of years I like to fucking watch The Sopranos, and it's been a couple of years, so. You really believe King Kong would win a fight against Godzilla? Yes. I don't have to believe it. It's happened a bunch of times. Just watch the movies. It's not a controversy amongst other people. Like, King Kong is one of the only entities that has roundly whooped Godzilla's ass multiple times, okay? Are you gonna hog all the ice? Huh? Sopranos is way better than Breaking Bad. Seethe, cope, mold, etc. Breaking Bad was great, but Sopranos is transcendent. Yep, cope. Cope, seethe, mold. There's not a universe in which The Sopranos doesn't exist and Breaking Bad does. Breaking Bad took so many of the relatable villain tropes that really were polished to a mirror shine by The Sopranos. It would not exist as a property without The Sopranos. So to say that it's better than The Sopranos is kind of stupid in my mind, but you do you. I mean, it's ultimately a subjective opinion-based thing, right? Is this the comic book guy from The Simpsons? Yes. Worst show ever. Actually, if you watch the totality of Breaking Bad, you'll find it to be a plot hole-driven nonsense fest with nothing but a sociopathic extrovert at the head of it that everybody just identified with. Deadwood, fantastic fucking show, bro. Deadwood also better than fucking Breaking Bad, cope, seethe, mold, etc. No, Sopranos ended right when it needed to and just how it needed to. Cope, see them all. The Wire also better than Breaking Bad. Will you watch Fallout? Maybe. Definitely not while it's new. Other shows better than Breaking Bad: Cheers, Taxi, MASH, The Golden Girls. I mean, come on. Favorite Dr. Dre produced track? Is it called Still DRE? The bum bum bum. It's the piano. Bring 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 bring. Do 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 do. Bing 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 bing. Do 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 do. Is that Still DRE? That's my favorite Dre track. One of the greatest beats of the last fucking 30 years. Still DRE, still representing the CPT. It's a great sample. It's a great synth line. It's just a fucking fan. It's so typical of the West Coast style that Dre was hugely influential in bringing into life. It's just great. Are you on Fent? Bro, no. Are you? Is everything okay? I'm on weed? Smoke a little marijuana? Are you on that hash kush? I don't know. I'm on that Nigerian, West African, Whoopi Goldberg, Furburger, Bubba Kush. Pack the bowl with some Fent. No thanks, playa. I'll be honest with you, I can't even really keep up with you kids and your fucking like extra strong weed. I have to go, like when I go into pot shops now, a little Zoomer comes up to me with an iPad and he goes like, what could I get you, bro? You want some infused double dip fucking pre-rolls rolled in keef? I'm like, nah, can I just get weed? Can I just have some marijuana? Now you truly are old. Yeah, no. I never denied it. I'm gonna pack another bowl before I go. I'm going back on my word. I'm feeling loose. I'm feeling lively. I'm gonna have one more little sprinkle of weed before I go start my day. Pre-rolls are always bad quality. Not true, but yeah, they can be. It depends on the pre-roll, right? Depends on the brand. I smoked for the first time in a while last night and I greened out. I had to puke outside and it sucked. It made me realize why I stopped smoking years ago. Sorry, buddy. Not for everybody. Totally get it, man. Went a little hard. Once you get to that point where you feel like you're going to throw up, it's just almost better to just do it. So, yeah, man. Sucks. I would say, like, if you ever try it again, go way fucking lighter. Like, take a little hit like this, bro. Let's say this is your first hit after a while, right? Somebody passes you a bowl. You got greens, okay? You gotta let the flame just lick the edge, bro. Just like that. Blow that out. Chill. Weed was a lot stronger than I realized. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm out of here, folks. It's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, subscribe to Onion Nuggets. Subscribe to